The 49ers have interviewed 2 defensive coordinator candidates, and they're not Bill Belichick. It's Brandon Staley, the former Chargers head coach who got fired recently, and Nick Sorensen, who was the 49ers pass game coordinator on defense. He's been here a couple of years. Does this move you?
Well, let me say first, reportedly interviewed.
Reportedly, according to Matt Mayoka.
We don't have sources. Reportedly interviewed 2. So let me start off by saying there's a lot of people who said they would hire from within the organization. Well, they're interviewing within. Some said they'd hire from without the organization. They might hire from without. So I'd say everybody's right. It's wonderful when everybody's right. And I just think that's the greatest thing for journalism. If you throw enough, you'll hit the wall. Anyway, Staley, I have one word to say about him. Loser. I have never seen a man so befuddled on a sideline. So, except for Mike McCarthy, he's pretty much like that too. But this Brandon Staley, you look at him, he was have this look in his eyes like, what in the world am I supposed to do now? So, is he an upgrade over Steve Wilkes? I don't think so. What do you think, Grant?
I agree with what you said. He was an abysmal failure with the Chargers. And I think part of the reason he was such a disappointment is because his defense was awful. Not the team was awful, but he was supposed to be some defensive guru because he was a defensive coordinator for 1 year with the Rams. His ascension was incredible. He was at John Carroll University doing nothing, and Vic Fangio discovered him, made him a linebackers coach with the Bears. He did that for 3 years, became a defensive coordinator for 1 year with the Rams, became a head coach, and was just awful, as I guess should have been predicted because he had no resume.
Iggy, he got fired during the season, not after the season.
During.
That's how bad he is. So if that's the outside guy, I'd like to know who's the inside guy.
Yeah, didn't his team give up like 60 points in a game this year? Yeah, to the Raiders. Freaking 63 points they gave up. That's the guy you're going to bring in to fix Steve Wilkes' problem? I don't think so.
I don't like it. I don't like it.
I don't like it at all. So, okay, Brandon Staley, put him to the side. Nick Sorensen. So if and when they promote Nick Sorensen, who no one's ever heard of, to defensive coordinator, they can say, well, we, left no stone unturned. We looked at all the best candidates, and Sorensen would just happen to be the best candidate. Would you believe that?
Well, let's say this. Since I don't know anything about Nick Sorensen, he may be phenomenal. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
What was his role on the Niners?
Pass game coordinator of the defense. So the coverages and I guess the pressures.
Were the pressures good?
No.
So what I could say is I don't know nothing about Sorensen. He might be good, but I mean, that's it? Those 2 guys?
Yeah.
I mean, they had Robert Saleh, and they had this D'Amico Ryans, and then they had the other guy who was a head coach. At least he looked good. Now they got these 2 non-entities. So I want to say, go Niners.
I have an outside-the-box idea. A coordinator they could get who's been a head coach and has some gravitas. Steve Wilkes.
I think he'd be good. Yeah, I think he's available.
I think he'd be so good.
Yeah. Now, the problem with Wilkes, he runs a different system, right?
Of course. So you'd have to let him actually do his thing. But I'm sure he won't micromanage Steve Wilkes. Why would you bring in an outsider and then tell him what to do? It doesn't make any sense. Kyle would do that.
You're breaking up a little audio. Talk a little.
Yeah. That's all good. Well, let me close some. No. Can you hear me now?
I can.
I think what happens is I wanted to show some film later, some football film, but when I think it overloads my computer. It's just too.
Don't do that.
So it's out.
It's too sensitive.
It's too sensitive. I'm too sensitive.